2, 1. Hello, 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 everyone. All of our 10 viewers who are there, thank you for going and waiting. I'm so sorry we had to go ahead and wait a little longer than expected to go ahead and set up. Slight technical difficulties and some pet puja, as we like to go ahead and say. Some little bodily needs that needed to be fulfilled. We will not talk about bodily needs, but we will talk about satisfaction needs. We love to go ahead and see the game 3 of the best of the best of the best of India. With me on the stream right now, we have Vivek, who's going to be casting the final game of Dota 2 for the Alienware game Victorious with us. And welcome, Vivek, and what's up?
Thank you so much for having me here, Akshat. And yes, we are here at Game 3 of Elunes versus ATE. Elunes took Game 2, ATE won Game 1. ATE played with a clear, horrible lack of motivation. I don't know what happened. Maybe they need more beer. I don't know what they needed at that time in Goa, but things weren't going their way. And so we are in Game 3. Let's see. We should have a good game. Let's see what we have. And yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd like to go ahead and say something. Guys, if you caught that second game, if you didn't catch that second game, go there because I'm going to try and coin something really interesting. This is only going to be there for the Indian Dota 2 scene. But anytime someone throws the game, we need Dota 2 ball girls. Just remember that. Every time someone's about to lose a game, we need Dota 2 ball girls. I'm going to try and get a nice theme going for that. We'll see if we can go ahead and have some nice hula hoop girls dancing for everyone in Dota 2. Let's see what we can go ahead and do out of that. I don't want to go ahead and stop the game anymore, and we want to go ahead and wrap this up. Remember, VOD is available on the Lord Nod channel on YouTube, on Twitch TV, which as always. And just wanted to go ahead and say thanks to the big guys who've made this happen, Alienware, and they're a big support to India. People like Kushal, people like Yogesh from Rapture Gaming, who made sure that this executes really well. Everyone at ICGC, everyone who participated and stayed up at 4:15, 5 o'clock in the night. Guys, remember this game is literally running at 5 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't have done this without you. Couldn't have done it without my casters. First of all, being you, part of that team. And so thanks so much for being part of the Alienware Game Victorious team for India, for casting. I love you guys. And let's just jump into the game and see the picks happening in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us in the tournament. And they were really thanks to the wonderful sponsors. We had a wonderful tournament. And we here at AFK Gaming, the official analysis partners for ICGC Goa, had a great time. Thank you so much for having us, Akshay.
Anytime, brothers, anytime. And I'm glad that was happening. But right now it's game 3. I hope something interesting comes out of it. And straight off, we have Team Elunes, who is now going to be playing in Team Red, or also known as the Dyer, the really hot pants Dyer, going and banning someone who is Batrider. Why would they do that?
Well, Pulse did pick Batrider and he did demolish Crowley at mid, and they slowly, well, if not very, very slowly, finally someone has woken up to the new patch. Batrider is worth a ban in the new patch, and they ban out Batrider. They don't want that hero that can, you know, pull your battles aside, who can mess things up for you. Uh, I guess that's why they've gone with the Batrider ban. ATE ban out of Furion straight away. I guess they don't want your MVP in the game. They don't want Chinese Monk to farm away with that Furion.
Well, actually, that's actually, to me, that's a great thing. And here comes the, some of the, one of the important mechanics which is there. We have pre-patch, this should have been 3 bans which is there. Right now, there's just 2. And based on performance of the last 2 games, I'm just saying just the finals, and let's just stick there. Who would you ban? And I'm going to put that, technically speaking, who would you go ahead and ban? Would you go ahead and use TA? Would you go ahead and remove, I don't know, who's a great interesting player for AT in the last game? Even say Anti-Mage.
Elunes might ban anti-mage, yeah.
Mm.
Uh, Elunes might ban anti-mage or Tide Hunter. Let's see.
And what should ATE ban? Like seriously, would you go ahead and remove someone who's extremely overpowered in who was MVP in game 1? If you remember, I think we had chosen.
Uh, well, game 1 was the game 81 and it was Pulse.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Actually,
Game
TA goes away. Yeah, TA. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah, so TA goes away. Aliens ban out TA. Well, Pulse does play a lot of Templar Assassin as well, ATE Pulse.
Hmm.
So probably that's why they banned out the TM.
What about
And
Earthshaker? Oh, QOP goes. Okay.
I don't know if that was a respect ban coming out of there from ATE. I don't know if both of those were respect bans. QOP and Templar Assassin, both their mid solo heroes being banned out. Elunes pick up a Tide Hunter straight away. Decent first pick.
Really? Would you say that? Tide Hunters is great, you know. Like I'm
I mean, see, as your first pick, you either pick the hero that you really want and your whole strat depends on,
Hmm.
or you pick a good hero that can fit into any strat.
Yeah, I think Tide
It,
Hunter is the jack of all
so
trades that you.
yeah, so he can fit into any strat, and yeah, so that's what they pick first. I mean, you don't want to pick the hero that you really need for your strat because that kind of gives away your strat. So by picking Tide Hunter, they're not giving anything away, and they have a good hero that has good teamfight control. So
Hmm.
Tide's a very good first pick.
I'm always confused with that strategy because not confused, scared of that strategy. I know this is a very valid strategy, but I'm always afraid of one thing. What if the other team picks up the hero that we've been thinking this entire game around? Like, you know, you sit down, you're ATE, you're sitting down saying, shit, we actually, oh, Darkseer and Leshrac, great picks. Great picks. I don't know both of them being nerfed, but great picks again.
Yeah. Darkseer and Leshrac, both great picks, good picks, and yeah, if you notice throughout this tournament, most teams that have had a Darkseer have almost always won their games.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a little bit of analysis for you. Yeah, I've noticed that they've almost always won the game. So let's see, 80 what comes up for 80 right now.
Yeah, I'm going to put you in the shoes of ATE because I
Yeah,
love the underdog and you'll always hear me going and rooting
yeah,
for that underdog. You're sitting down, you know, your shit, we got owned in the last one. Like the first game was pretty even and we were even thinking why does Elunes GG in game one. Game two was pretty much a wipeout. So yeah, Elunes is carrying momentum into this. What would you do? Are you going glass and just for some of the newer viewers, and I know there are a lot of fanatics who are watching and a lot of the people who are on the stream are even the players who actually played in the tournament who are looking for great analysis. Oh god, anti-mage comes in. But would you, I just love to go ahead and say, would you go with a glass cannon build? Would you like to go for a long game build? The strength of AT has always been farm. Do you want to go ahead and really push this to late game? But how do you counter the running and ganking style of Elunes who don't like to go ahead and take a game beyond 35 minutes, 40 minutes?
uh,
Because I'm seeing two things, right? So AT is this really old school Dota team which loves to farm till the cows come home. And Elunes is this modern Dota 2 team who's very mobile, very quick on their feet, very ganky style, very run with a certain strategy, and just make sure that they own through kills, which is
yeah.
there. So it's like woe betide me if I go ahead and say this, but it's a very Dota 2 style versus a Dota 1 style coming out, right?
Ye- Uh, it's not a it the way Error played. That's how largely Dota 1 in India was played.
Hmm.
The world played a bit differently.
Well, let's just say yeah, India. Let's just say India based.
Uh,
It's a very
yeah,
a very
it's
India
a
Dota
very
one,
Dota 1 error. Yeah, it's a very Dota 1 style. Yes.
right? And they kind of got owned playing that strategy, but they also won playing something of that strategy in game one because they farmed. One guy farmed, but they made sure that they were more mobile, more ganky, which is there. So yeah.
Uh, yeah. So what? Well, right now everything that 80 is picked is built towards being more mobile and more ganky.
Mm.
And so far, I really like 80's picks.
Mhm.
They've got a good amount of stuns, a good amount of quick damage, great team fight, a great team fight hero in Darkseer, a great hero that can take down towers really quickly in Leshrac with Edict,
Mm.
and so they've got nice picks right now.
Even
And
even the bans which have come in right now of Venomancer and Invoker. Invoker is actually a very strong ban. I have not seen Invoker being picked in the last till the semi-finals, but before the patch came in, Invoker was running riot with his I think actually overpowered before the patch, so he is actually gets banned. So I don't know whether that's a really respect ban or a tactical ban.
Yeah, well, uh, I'm just guessing that AT are banning out all of Elunes, Crowley's mid solo heroes.
Hmm.
Because I mean they banned two mid solo heroes up till now in Queen of Pain and Invoker.
Mm.
I don't know if you need to ban two mid solo heroes. I'd question those bans because uh yeah, well, anyway, so they ended up giving Elunes Rubik,
Mm.
who's a really powerful hero. And once again, Rubik doesn't reveal your strategy in any way.
No.
They have anti-mage, so I can see, I'm imagining this is going to be a support Rubik. He's going to be played in a tri-lane.
Mm.
So the tri-lane might end up being something, could actually just be Rubik, Tident and anti-mage on top.
What about
And
Brewmaster as a ban by Elunes? Again, based tactically on the last experience, because I've seen Brewmaster being played really well by AT.
yeah, well, yeah, Brewmaster is. They did pick them in the game against Straw Hats,
Mm.
and it's a worthwhile ban. I don't think it's because of their experience, but it might be, but it's generally a hero you ban out as well. I mean, he's a go-to ban hero in Dota 2. If you're a little lost what to ban Brewmaster kind of thing.
Well, very quick ones. Clinks and Kiosk Knight
Uh,
as
well,
bans.
I don't know where the Klings ban is coming from. Uh, uh, I have I don't see the point in that. Why would you ban Klings? It makes no sense to me.
Nah, I don't. Well, unless you go in and say like you're really thinking that you're really bucketing
No, no,
Elunes
no,
into.
no. There is a very good reason for the Klings ban. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and they're all tired, and they just clicked on it by mistake.
Well,
So
well,
that's my tactical analysis.
well, maybe I just go ahead and guess. I think Clinks would actually be like. I think AT is probably falling in love with like they're desperate right now, and I think they're literally saying that there is a strategy that a very strong tri lane is going to come, and in that I think Clinks could play a very interesting role with Tidehunter and
Okay, I can maybe now make some sense of the Klings hero.
yeah.
The Klings ban, they just banned out 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes that could go mid.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And the last look at the last one they go ahead and bang is Tinker.
Tinker, so they just banned out 4
That,
heroes that could go mid.
yeah,
So maybe they don't want Crowley to go mid or what, I don't know.
yeah. So and
Maybe the AT strategy is let's make them mess up a lane.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Elunes do pick Windrunner and go mid. So I can completely say Elunes pick Windrunner and go mid. Why did they not ban out Windrunner?
Yeah, well, but you know, I know I like.
They picked up Windrunner. I'm telling you, I can completely see them go Windrunner and go mid. Now AT once again they're quite limited in the pool that they pick.
Yeah, because they've.
So
But you have to understand, every time they were banning all these four mid solo heroes, they were banning them for themselves too, right? So they've not left themselves much of an option.
no. They usually they will send
Leshrac?
Pulse mid,
Yeah.
Tiny.
Oh, Tiny will
Pulse
mid.
on
Okay.
Tiny mid.
Okay.
That's what they've been doing.
So.
Now the only hero that's missing in this entire lineup is Gizmos,
Hmm.
and his Rikimaru is remaining.
Well, I think Sand King is actually a great thing. I've seen Sand King play havoc with his rush, and I think that's a great disable thing. I like the ATE lineup. You know, I'm not saying it's perfect, but I
Good lineup, and the last pick is going to be Rikimaru for Gizmo, because Gizmo's pick is missing. That's it.
yeah.
Is this going to be a Rikimaru, or it's going to be another ganky hero like Priestess of the Moon or something like that? It's going to be some. It's Gizmo's hero that's remaining, and I don't know what role they're going to give Gizmo right now.
Or whether we'll, I don't know, take a really random hero. I want to go ahead and. What was the new hero? What was introduced in the patch? I know it's not part of CM mode right now, but there was a new hero introduced, right?
Magnus.
Yeah, Magnus. Yes. Yeah, I think we'll start seeing Magnus. Come on. Yeah, so there comes Rikimaru. Yeah, but it was kind of expected because, you know, and here in this ATE lineup, I really like the lineup that has come in. I'm not saying it's again perfect, as I said, but I think it's a really strong lineup.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of stunts. It's great, great team fight. They they should they should win this game is with these heroes. They should win this game with these heroes completely. Okay, so Crowley goes mid on the wind on the Viper, and Prophecy goes off lane with a Windrunner.
Hmm.
Uh, so they've ended up picking a Viper, which is a bit unconventional actually.
Absolutely.
And like I said, the tri lane is Rubik, Anti-Mage, and Tidehunter on the top.
Mm.
And right now, Insane on the Darkseer that is heading towards the off lane for the Radiant.
Mm.
Pulse is heading towards the mid lane. Stefan is playing Sand King. Dinchak on the Leshrac and Gizmo on the Rikimar who are already there at the bot lane. It's going to be a tri lane at the bot from ATE. And that's how the lanes are at the moment. Evil Ash is playing Rubik.
Well, that's
Uh,
a good time to go ahead and pause the game, and they've actually paused the game, so we'll just go ahead and take this time
ah,
to sync up because a couple.
resume.
So I am. Why don't you pause this game at 14 minutes 10 seconds so that I can go catch up?
I was at, okay, 1 second. I'm at 14, okay, 14.8, 14.9, 14.10.
Okay, 14. I'm 14.8, 14.9, 14.10. Play.
Okay.
And while we are doing that, just completing that entire lineup on Team Dyer in really nice red hot pants, we have Chinese Monk taking the one windrunner that was left as the mid solo, Lackey from Team OG, or which is Oblique Gaming, earlier known as Elunes. We have Tidehunter, Mr. Crowley playing unconventional Viper, and Bendover taking his favorite anti-mage into the battle, and Evil Ash taking, I think, support Rubik, which you can see by the ward that he's already carrying. And on Team Radiant, in the nice green, environmentally friendly pants, we have Stefan playing Sand King with his Rush, Pulse taking Tiny and going mid to go ahead and make sure everything is running fine, and Dingchak being Leshrac and hopefully going in bringing the pain, Gizmo playing his favorite Ricky and going and disappearing and attacking, and Darkseer comes back as in the hands of Insane.
Yeah. Uh, Small look at the warding.
Hmm.
Once again, this one lone ward over here for the rune
Hmm.
from the Dire. Uh,
A
they have,
similar one
see,
for the Radiant on the other side, yeah.
and if you can see this time, they immediately dewarded. They dropped a sentry here
Mm.
on top lane to deward, uh, so that they could keep this pull going for Lackey and they could keep the creeps in their favor rather than Darkseer's favor. And yes, a similar ward by the Radiant, as you mentioned, for the top rune.
Hmm.
A pretty standard warding right now. Windrunner is stacking up Ancients.
Mm.
And yeah,
And a quick call out on Windrunner. Windrunner is not actually where we had expected Windrunner to be, really, right? We thought Windrunner will go ahead and take mid, but we actually see Viper running mid.
yeah, you know, I thought that they would send Windrunner mid
Mm.
and some other hero in the offlane.
Mm.
But yeah, I also forgot that Windrunner is often sent into the offlane.
Yeah, I think Windrunner offlane will actually go ahead and be pretty strong, which is that Tiny goes and lays a little smackdown, but it's going to be fine. Insane is standing, doing nothing.
I'll say one thing right off that you can't lane a Tiny versus a Viper.
Mm. Agreed.
I mean, you can.
It's just too tough. That's just this insanely tough.
No, but Tiny wins. I
Yeah.
mean, Tiny loses. Sorry. Tiny loses. Tiny will lose this lane.
Why?
Uh, you because of range. It's that simple, and he'll harass him more. If you keep looking at last hits,
Mm.
uh, he will eventually win the lane. See, Viper is 10 and Tiny is 6.
Mm.
At mid, it's a very it's a risky lane. There's no guarantee of Tiny winning, and Viper is one of like the strongest heroes to send mid,
Mm.
and he's winning the lane. He's winning it already. So yeah, the basic hero matching doesn't make sense in my opinion. But yeah, well, Error are known to do things that don't make sense in anybody's opinion, and they manage to pull it off.
Hmm.
Uh, that's why we all hate them. And they jump on Darks here, a gush goes on Darks here, Anti-Mage is hitting down, this will be first blood, Insane gives first blood on the top lane, bend over, making him bend over and punishing him hard, seriously. I don't know, he was a bit too ahead, he didn't have any vision though of the Tide Hunter coming towards him.
Hmm. Hmm.
And usually when you go on the offlane, you would like an observer out here to give vision of gangs coming towards you also.
Hmm.
But Error haven't done that. They've chosen just to use one ward for the river. And Crowley is going on Pulse, but Pulse has an avalanche. Pulse is safe for the moment. Really low HP. And see, this is it. Pulse will lose the lane.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I don't know who Error's captain is. Stefan, yes.
Yeah, Stefan. Yeah.
It's a bit illogical in my opinion to expect Pulse to pull up the lane. But if the moment Pulse gets level a decent level, he can easily kill off Viper with one more hero.
True, true, true. While there is a slight amount of framing that is happening for some people, and we're trying to fix the quality of the stream, it's not insanely bad. Like we have insane playing, which is there. 4 minutes 45 seconds into the game. I hope we are in sync. It's a good time to go ahead and talk about that. I am at 1912. If you are at about 1920, good time to stick up.
I stopped at 1920.
And I am right now at 1920. And yeah, while the game is going on, a quick look at some initial levels that we have been talking about. We've been talking about last hits. We have 29-6 with Ricky Maru being hit the Ricky Maru of old. But Anti-Mage is keeping up, which is there 27-9 and fairly even.
And they jump on Crowley at mid. Sankin comes in with the impair. He tosses Viper in the air. Viper should die, but he's running away at very low HP. He just has one tango, and they don't get Viper.
Oh my
Viper
God!
survives. They would regret that. Viper survives at 19 HP. That should have been a kill. And meanwhile, Lackey on the top lane is looking for another angle to push in on Insane, but Insane smells him somewhere on the south side and backs off quietly.
Yeah, well, that is something which is happening right now. While that is happening, I'm going to try and jump very quickly, if I can, into the frame, because everyone is saying that there is slight problem with the frame rate everywhere. So I'm just going to try and fix the frame rate. You can keep talking.
Okay, folks, and Pulse is heading towards the bot rune, and Viper sees him. Viper is harassing from the top. Windrunner comes in from the side with DD. Pulse shouldn't get away. Chinese Monk hits him, one hit, another hit. He's dead. Sand King impales, goes back into his sandstorm. Stefan should be safe out of here. Chinese Monk on the off lane, being alert, coming in, picking off Tiny. Good map awareness over there. Nice play by Windrunner. He's chosen to go 3 points in power shot, 1 shackle shot. That's the standard.
And there goes, and Daxia is just about to go ahead and get away, which is there. He's getting pushed against by 3 of them, which is there. But he's going to be surrounded. He was last man standing against the wall of 3 other heroes. He just could not make it on time. And that takes it to 0-3. And a quick 7-minute lead for Team Elunes. And they're just going and saying they're carrying the form into this.
Yes, at the moment, Elunes are really pushing ahead. Pulse has... let's take a look, actually. Yeah, Pulse has lost mid lane.
Yeah, he has.
And that's what I wonder. And let's take a look at another very important thing. For me, Akshat, the game is often made on what Windrunner is doing versus Darkseer. So Darkseer has 16 last hits. Windrunner has only 11 maybe. But Windrunner has come and taken a kill.
Yeah.
So she's been a lot more aware. She is also stacking these ancients over there, the big NCs over there. So she will get a reasonable chunk of EXP later on in the game,
Hmm.
which Darkseer won't because he doesn't have those NCs to gobble up anytime later. So yeah, so by slight amount, Chinese Monk is pulling ahead and is contributing more. Another very unique thing
Hmm.
is that Lackey has been doing really amazing pulls in the neutral camp.
He has been,
So
and yeah.
he's been doing this pull, this small camp. He has been pulling it to creeps over there, and he's been pulling another camp to those creeps, and he's been doing all sorts of stuff which you see in international tournaments.
Hmm.
So clearly somebody has been watching international tournaments.
Well, I hope so he has, because guys, guess what? The winner of this actually goes and plays the Asia Internationals in Malaysia. We'll be there to go ahead and support them in December. Guys, this India Dota 2 has arrived. We've been trying and pushing it, and it's actually going big time in the international scene. While we're talking about international scene, here goes
Meanwhile,
Mr.
Pulse pushes a bit too ahead and he dies to Viper. Darkseer did surge him. He turned back for a second, thought he
Yeah.
could get the kill.
Yeah.
A little bit of hesitation over there, and Crowley picks him up.
Yeah, and that's what it is. That 1 second of hesitation is what caused the problem. He should not have turned back. He had such little life left. He had two heroes behind him. That's what greed does to you guys. In the middle of the game, go with your gut instinct. Run away when you have to. If you want to run away, run away. If you want to fight, fight. Don't do both.
Yeah. Rules of War by Akshat Rathi.
Well, it's simple rules, right? Like, make up your fucking mind. I'm sorry. Make up your freaking mind.
Yeah, you are right. The only thing is Sun Tzu didn't say it like that, but yeah.
Yeah, well, like Sun Tzu he has to go ahead and have lessons from Chanakya. I honestly think that India rocks. And I think Sun Tzu and sometimes you see on Discovery Channel who will win between Amazon and Spartan. I think who would win between Sun Tzu and Chanakya would be a really interesting thing. But we will stop talking about history because we are making history right now, my dear Vivek. We are watching the finals, the ultimate finals. This is the game that decides the winner of the Indian Dota 2 championships, the guys who go play the international, the guys who take away 2,500 US dollars as prize, the largest prize that has been in India. It has been insane. We've done about 150 videos. We have done about 500 hours of programming. We've been watching here left, right and center. We've got the best of the best of the best in India. Do you think that these two teams honestly represent the best Dota teams in India?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there is one. If I would speak of the entire tournament on LAN, there was one team that had the potential to beat ATE and be in ATE's place right now.
Hmm.
And they lost their game to ATE because they were really tired, I guess.
Hmm.
They're called Straw Hats, and they played really well. I'm a fan, so if anybody from Straw Hats is watching this, guys, you guys are really amazing. And they jump on Darkseer again. It's been
Chinese.
a repeat. Things are repeating themselves over and over again. Rubik lifted up in the air. The Tidehunter gushed, and Anti-Mage ate up his mana, and he died.
Yeah, there you go, man. This is what we could say the
And they
lesson.
jump on Mr. Crowley at mid. Pulse had an avalanche. He follows up with a toss, and Ricky just backstabs him. Lackey TP's in over there, has a ravage, gets less track, anchor smash, finishing him up, and Lackey gets the revenge kill. Things are tied right now out of that battle at 1-all. But at the larger favor, 6 kills towards the Dire, 1 kill towards the Radiant. Error being a bit more proactive this game, but a goal difference of 2,500 towards the Dire right now, and a EXP difference of 5,000 plus.
Yeah, that's
You,
not going to be the way
can
that.
I get a big contributing factor in this EXP difference has been the pull that Lackey has been doing,
Hmm?
because he's been getting a lot more EXP because he's been pulling a lot more. Excuse me. Uh, so that's that's the benefit of watching international replays. And yeah, Lackey's been doing some really amazing pulls.
Yeah, well, and I think Lackey's the captain for Elunes, right?
No, Prophecy or Chinese Monk is the captain.
Okay, so Chinese monk. The last time when I was having this conversation, this was a really interesting time in that conversation, where you could see the synergy between the team. That was actually phenomenal. They actually read each other. They do play like an international team. And here goes Sand King. Sand King goes and initiates, which is there. Tiny goes and releases his push, and I think there will be a great time that both Crowley and everyone moves back because they saw three heroes with insane pulse also contributing into the fight, so they just all move back.
Yeah.
Good time to go ahead and do, I think, every 5-minute time check.
Okay. Let's do a small thing I wanted to point out. This is Gizmo at his best. He has come to win the third game. It's barely 14 minutes and he already has his diffusal and power threads. Uh, that's Gizmo for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you notice in the first game, it took him 20 minutes for his diffusal to come up. This game he's got it in barely 14 minutes. So
So,
yeah, he's angry.
well, I hope so. He is angry because he needs to bring his A game. ATE is not doing too well. They need to go ahead and get him there. He is carrying them. Here goes the
Meanwhile,
initiative.
Jack moves up on Sand King. Uh, he got
Oh,
hit.
that is the blind. That was no scope blind, a blind attack which is there, and they got him even in his sandstorm.
Yeah. Rubik had stolen Avalanche, used it well. And this is a really good support Rubik over there. Good work. Steals a skill that's useful and uses it wisely with his presence of mind, which is a bare minimum nowadays that's expected of a lot of Rubiks.
And here goes Gizmo. He gets a one shot against Windrunner, but Windrunner just
Yeah.
goes and runs out of there really quickly. While we are doing that, it's a good time to go ahead and do a time check. I think it is fairly good, but just doing it just to be sure. 29 minutes, 32 seconds into the game.
36,
And
38.
I stop at 40, and I'm at
Yeah.
40. And 40,
Okay.
41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
Okay.
Perfect.
Uh, hmm,
117, 5 minutes into the 15 minutes into the game, and here goes the dust, and they're running in smoke.
Yeah, and the smoke gets revealed. They probably know that Rikimaru is nearby. They did drop a sentry. They dropped another sentry. But
And
Dark
smoke both sides
puts a
actually, by the
neon
way.
shell on him, surges him out of battle. Gizmo's thinking of coming back. No, but Gizmo thinks again, and yes, I guess he knew that there were sentries there. This time, AD is smoked up and they're heading towards mid lane. They want Crowley. Leshrak is moving in. He pops off his drums of endurance, but he tosses Sand King. Sand King impales it, uses an FP. They use everything for Crowley. Once again, one Ravage and one Gush, and Leshrak is dead. He shackles Sand King to the tree. Sand King ends up dying over there, and Pulse manages to get into the battle. Gizmo is roaming around in Iron Shell, and they jump on Insane. Insane is just dying again. Where is his wall? Bentover gets him, but Bentover dies as well. Nice play there by Anand, and Lucky's running for his life. Pulse is really low. I don't know what he's doing over there. One gush could finish him, no, but he's bottling up. Should be okay.
Yeah, well, that was fairly okay, but you have to understand, team fights where they're trading 3v3s or 3v4s is not going to get ATE back into the game. It just went from 2-8 to 5-10, and that's really, or maybe 2-8, 2-9, 2-7 to 5-10, and
Yeah.
that's not really what will go ahead and get them back into the game. 17 minutes into the game, they really need to go ahead and put some.
They need to pick off Elunes players alone whenever they catch them. And they tried doing that on Viper, but Elunes responded with really good backup.
Hmm.
Immediately tied under TP, then ravaged, and yeah, so that kind of stuff. So uh, they did try. Four heroes came to kill a Viper,
Hmm.
and that's investing a lot of heroes for one hero. Like 4 heroes to kill one Viper, that's a lot.
Yeah, and especially if you could look at the hero level, Viper is not really like the best hero right now on the thing. You can see Viper is sitting at, where is Viper? Viper is sitting at level 10. He's not like among the top at all. So And
Okay.
quad lone action actually happening down the middle. The one lane that they wanted to go ahead and deny and not have great heroes left for Elunes. Elunes put 4 heroes down there to go ahead and go down ATE's throat, and they've taken the T3 tower.
Yeah, ATE didn't even defend that because Sand King and Leshrac were just standing next to Gizmo doing nothing. I don't know, maybe they fell asleep on the keyboards and Stefan still hasn't woken up.
Well, guys, you have to go ahead and put this in context. It is
Yes,
4:45 in the morning when this game is going on.
that that's the context for you, yeah.
But hey, come on, I'm not that old, okay? 4:45 is not that late. Like on a normal time when you're pubbing and you're just sitting with your friends on Saturday night, don't you think you guys play till 4 o'clock?
Okay, see, in Bombay there's somebody called Mr. Doble who doesn't let us pub till 4:45. So
But Mr.
we
Broble
don't.
has gone home. Mr. Doble has
No,
been.
no, he's been shifted next to my house. All the bars in my area are shutting early. But irrelevant, mummy, if you're listening to this, I don't go to any bars.
Well, a ravage does go down on Gizmo. Gizmo is being focused down. He's the sole hero left, which is there. He has about 10 life left. He's getting out of there. Tidehunter is trying to go ahead and get after him. He tries to get out of there. Tidehunter will go ahead and get down one shot, and Rubik actually takes away the leg. And
And now Pulse is being searched up. Pulse walks in looking for someone. No one over there walks out. Yeah, that's too little too late. Yeah, so meanwhile, Stefan is finally woken up from his keyboard slumber, was moving towards Viper, but yeah.
Well,
Uh,
well, I have to go ahead and give a shout out to one of the people on the stream who've been chatting, and I love people who can go ahead and encourage casters by typing something and come and not just watch our stream but also interact with us. There's a guy called Hellscream who's there who's just said, guys, you guys are just so lame. I play till 8 a.m. What are you talking about? Well, Hellscream, here this goes to you, man. Thank you for playing till 8 a.m. I love you guys. Thank you for writing. Anyone else who's there who wants to be part of the stream, write into us. We are live. We're actually going to be talking throughout. With me is Vivek, who is one of the best casters, along with Kshitij at ICGC. I love this Lord Nord casting team. We couldn't do this without everyone being part of this, so we love everyone here. Lots more streams and lots more games actually on the Lord Nord channel. If you can just go ahead and get onto YouTube, type our name, you'll go ahead and see games from StarCraft 2, League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike Go, and lots more, which is there. Even other shows coming on very soon. And yeah, guys, and if you've not checked out Alienware, you have to. We've been casting most of this tournament on Alienware M15Xs. These are rad-looking computers. Vivek, you've played with some of them. Have you not loved them?
yeah, they're good stuff. And we here at AFK Gaming, the official analysis partners for ICGC 2012. Well, we completely love Alienware stuff. You can check out some of our analysis on our YouTube channel, AFK Gaming Esports. Do have a look.
Yeah, perfect, guys. You should go ahead and check these guys out. They're the bomb. They're the boss. And talking about the boss, it's 21 minutes, 20 into the game. It's 5:11. That's not the time. That's not the time. That's the score. And if you look at what the score is, we just want to go ahead and see if anything big is going to be happening. Windrunner just loses the shot off. We'll look at some item builds that are currently going on. We talked about Gizmo already having his diffusal blade. But on the other side right now, you can see Yasha having already been ready by Anti-Mage. And anyone else who's got something which is there, a Ring of True Sight, a Gem of True Sight available by Lackey, and he's running around with that. And Drums of Endurance along with an Ogre Club being developed by Viper.
Okay, yeah, this is why Bendover, or Anant as he's known, is one of our best carry players because he's just been hitting creeps all by himself. I told you that a good time frame for Andy Mage to get his Battle Fury in would be 15 minutes. He's got a Battle Fury, a Power Threads, as well as a Nyasha in 22. He will have his Manta very soon as well, I think by 26 minutes. So just wanted to point that out. Really good farming by him. Because it takes a lot of skill to keep hitting a creep all day, and he's doing that really well.
And you can see it on the score. He has 173 last hits with 174 with 36 denies, and the closest who comes to him is Ricky with 125. And guys, remember, Gizmo's considered the king of farming. So Bendover and Gizmo going at it, up and away, which is there. coming back to last quick checks, which is there a good shackle that goes on. The shackle kind of misses, just gets two creeps together. A lift goes on, which is there. A good shot that goes on to Sand King, which is there. I see the big battles actually concentrating just down the middle, and that's where I believe the game will be decided.
Yeah, but Sand King quick enough to react to that.
Mhm.
Nice quick reflexes. He has really woken up. I don't know if his teammates threw him into the pool quickly at Goa, but he completely woke up. Meanwhile, Elunes all smoked up, moving out. Rubik should have realized that his smoke is worn off, that there was someone behind him. They did. Gush comes on Leshrak. Leshrak is there, and nice little power shot, and yeah, Leshrak just falls.
Yeah, like two shots, just the lift and two shots, which is there. I think it's 5-12, which is there at this game, and this tournament is going far away from Team ATE. I told you about my feeling with them being chokers. Guys, ATE, do not get me wrong, Stephen, I love you guys, but I really wish that you would go ahead and get this out. I want you to go and somehow team beat Elunes or OG once in your life, because once you
No,
do,
they did.
no, no, like you know, like it's. Let me just go ahead and quantify that. They need to beat someone in a knockout final, like in the big final, beat them. And as to,
Actually, you know what?
hmm?
They won the Dota 1 final, right?
Yes,
I
but
I
no, no,
mean,
no. It's Dota 2.
uh-huh.
It's just
Okay.
it's the bugbear which gets after you. Sometimes you can't get the monkey off your back. You just
Yeah.
need to go ahead and get this monkey off your back. You just need to go ahead and beat them in fun finals. I think you guys are fine. You got the skill sets to be there, man. In a non-elimination final, you'll go ahead and beat them. You are like arguably the second best team in India, and that was a big acknowledge. It says, "Achie, aso, aso." And in a Japanese style,
Yeah.
Vivek says yes. I think he's catching a cold.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was my way of absolutely acknowledging that. But no, more honestly, I don't, because I know error and they've beat a lot of teams under a lot of pressure. But it's just that they're regrouping after a while and playing a game seriously after a while. In fact, they haven't played Dota 2 seriously enough.
Hmm.
So give AT some time, man. They will be there.
Well, I think so too. I think I'm a fan of ATE. I think I'm a fan of Straw Hats, ATE, and Elunes phenomenally. I think these three teams we'll see a lot of this. I think this is the triumvirate. This is the Tridev of Indian Dota 2. I don't see a third team coming close anytime soon, unless I've been smoking up and being Rumpelstiltskin and smoking up on Mars or something. But I see only three of these teams really there. I know there are other teams which is there, but no one at the top level that these three teams will be playing.
The closest next to them would be Wasek, but
Yeah.
we Wasek has beaten all of these teams.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, WhatsApp actually has been doing the same thing, which is there again, losing to
Yeah,
Elunes.
Wasek is a choking team.
Yeah.
So
So,
is DMC. Both of them are choking teams.
and I think choking is relative, right? So you can say that it's a bad thing, but I think it's just about experience. I think they just need to go ahead and get into this LAN mode where you can just put your heads down, take in the trash talk that will come to you, take in the attitude that is there, take in the fans that will be sitting around your opponent's team and going and cheering them on with maybe just one person sitting behind you. And that's all what tournaments are. Literally getting the game face on. You were there. There were enough people sitting in there saying, "Go Elunes." And yeah, you need to handle the fans, man.
Uh, Nice attempt by Chinese Monk over there, shackling Tiny at mid. He had the angle, he forced out himself and tried a very indirect shackle over there. Gizmo has his BKB, jumps onto Lackey, tries to focus on Lackey, and Impale comes, but Lackey is already dead. Pulse dies to Crowley before anything can happen. Sand King comes in, ends up dying, and Insane should get picked off in the battle. Pops off his pipe. Gizmo really low, but he's diving on Evil Ash. Evil Ash pops off Mech. And he is safe. And they aren't done here. They're still going on Dinchak. And Dinchak should die. Rubik using an impale that he stole from Sand King to impale Nashrak.
2 for 1.
Okay, we are having, I think everyone's saying there's serious sync issues between audio. We need to go ahead and just check very quickly where you are. I'm at 41:59, 42, 42:01. If you're anywhere in front, please pause.
I'm at 44, 42:04.
Okay, so no, so I'm at 42:10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just let me know when you sink. 17, 18, 19, 20.
1 second. Let me know when you catch up to 32, no?
Okay, 30, 31, 32.
Okay.
Okay, we're running
Yeah.
live. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thanks, Soul
Really
Stealer.
sorry for the sync issues. We don't know why they're happening. Dota 2 is still a beta game. Uh, I'm just going to conveniently blame the game because I've never experienced this before.
Neither have I, but what we're going to
Uh,
try and do is talk to my dear Roshan, my
I
dear,
like
dear
how I
Roshan
talk in
bhaiya.
slow motion. So I can't talk to keep up with the sync or whatever. Anyway, so there's Roshan. There was a few thoughts about Roshan going on. They did a bit of damage,
And they moved
and they
away.
walked out. Maybe just to show themselves on the map, so that they don't attract attention from error,
Hmm.
and so that they do it. Now they go for Roshan. Yeah, so I guess that was the plan. Show themselves on the map and then go and take it completely.
Absolutely,
That's
and
a nice bit of play actually.
here
Getting
they've
into
been
cover
scouted out.
easily cleared by. He does smoke, jumps onto Evil Ash. No one to make Evil Ash over there, but bend over, blinks in, and jumps on Gizmo. Gizmo walks in front of the tower. Does he really need to take the damage? He blinks away. He lands a shackle on Insane. Insane lifted up in the air, dies before he could say anything. Not one vacuum to come out of Insane. Leshrac dies as well, and Bendover isn't done. He's running after Pulse. Bendover with his heart, his ages, Manta is really just ripping the team apart. And there's not much that Error can do.
Yeah, well, that was actually really not going in the favor of Team AT.
Uh, yeah, here I would really question what AT Stefan was doing in the bot lane. I mean, I guess he had his blink by the time that battle began.
Yeah.
If he had a blink epi at that battle, I mean, if he could give an epi at that battle with his blink, a perfect epi, uh, that battle could have been completely different. And Crowley smiles on the keyboard exactly how he smiles in real life, and a big heart to Monty, whoever he is.
This is Monty Love, and which is there. While this is there, Evil Macha and Soul Stealer 69. Thanks for going and telling us this, guys. We are trying to fix this stream while we are talking, so really sorry for this. In case you want to go ahead and see the full fixed stream, I think it'll all be available on our VOD channel, and you can just catch up any part you missed out there. We'll try and fix this, but guys, honestly, we do not know seriously how to go ahead and fix this. So we're going to be writing into a couple of people at Valve to figure out why, or Dota 2 to figure out why this is happening. We keep on going out of sync.
AD is smoked up and then moving in. Elunes Lucky sees them in advance. Ravages a nice big epi over there. Impales, but there's a mech and that's not enough. And Stefan just dies. There's nothing they could do, and Gizmo jumps in, picks a Windrunner over there, but he's too ahead. Crowley is just pounding on Insane. Bendover comes into the battle finally. Insane dies. Darkseer getting picked off too early for my taste. I don't know, should he die so early in battles? And where was his wall in the previous battle? I really wonder.
That's a good point, which is that this is the first time we've seen the wall. And another thing about the Darkseer, which is that he keeps on getting ganked left, right, and center. And I think he's just become a bunny in the game.
Yes, he's become a purple bunny of no consequence, and Gizmo still fighting, jumps on a Lucky. Lucky running away, blinks out. He is safe clearly. And for now, AD defend that tower. I don't think Elunes is far away from finishing this game.
No, and this is, although this is the first time that we are having first, second, and third prizes, so even if AT lose, I think what will really hurt is the honor, because they do go ahead and go back with a fat purse of $1,500. They will, and I'm not saying that's perfect, but at least they will get that, and that'd be actually not bad. $1,500. You could buy a lot of Dota 2 ball girls with $1,500, don't you think so?
That might be illegal, but
No, Dota 2 ball girls. Dota 2 ball girls. Like, come on. This is a petition to
where
Valve.
do you get them?
We just have to petition Valve to go ahead and give Dota 2 ball girls. Like, couriers which come with do.
Okay,
Okay.
for those of you wondering who are ball get dirty ideas. It's a perfectly legitimate thing in tennis. There are girls who pick up balls.
Uh-huh. And
That's it. I don't know. And what y'all had in your eye. So for those of you on the stream, yeah. So don't start typing. Oh my God, Lord Nod is so dirty and all. They're just decent girls who pick up balls. And let's pick up from where we left off. Bent over, jumps on left track, blinks out right
Oh.
in time.
Wow, that's such great micro from him. There were 4 heroes against him, and he made sure that he would stay there till the last hit he could get against him, and then blinks out. That is phenomenal.
Error, wasting the time on Anand. Elunes are finishing the game at mid. One vacuum out of insane. They pop a drum charge for nothing. ATE pulse comes in. One avalanche, one toss. Not enough to kill Rubik. Big ravage over there. Leshrac dies in the process. There is a wall. Bendova comes into the battle. He's hammering Gizmo. Gizmo backs away on low HP. But Bendova is not done. He's after Gizmo. Insane is just standing and tanking illusions and doing nothing. And the game is paused.
That was what a time to pause the game. This is at 8:24. We are into this. Just a great time to go ahead and sync up. I am at 48:30.
I'm at 48:35.
I'm at 34 and 35, 36,
Okay.
37,
Is
38.
that much delay okay for the audience, or is it
We can just sync it up. Just tell me a time where you are. We can, since we are in pause, we'll be able.
46? 46.
And just pause at 50 and unpause.
I'm at 51.
Perfect.
Okay, fine. So we're back in sync. Sorry once again, folks, if I was out of sync in that battle. But yeah, I'm trying my best. Anyways, we seem to be resuming. Just to remind you, Darkseer died last, and there's a lot of illusions hitting each other over there. And Bendova almost dying to his own illusions. But yeah, obviously he will make it out. He does have his ages, and there's one more pause.
Yeah, there is one more boss which is there right now. This time Viper pauses the game. I think he's just going to go ahead and get a slight ping issue. I think he'll go ahead and unpause this in 1 second. The game is 8:24, guys. Just wanted to go ahead and say it's all good.
It's not all good for ATE. They've fallen asleep on the keyboards, and the goal difference is 20,000 in favor of uh,
Elunes, yeah.
sorry, Elunes. Wow. Okay, and the EXP difference is 25,000 in favor of Elunes. So,
Ouch.
if I mean, if you lose from this advantage ever in your lives in a game, so yeah, I don't know what you should do then. But yeah, so there's Elunes have got the game. It'll take a lot of Kida Masti on their part to lose the game now. And they're just going to move in for the final hurrah very soon. Pulse has got a scepter, Gizmo has tried his best, and I really admire Gizmo's fighting spirit here. He's the only one of them who's got his diffusal blade, who's got his BKB, who's trying to do whatever he can, but it's just not enough.
I think so, man.
Yeah. Gizmo, I'm a fan, man. You fought in this game, Gizmo. If you're there, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I know he's lost, but I would actually go ahead and say he's my MVP, man. Sometimes you can go ahead and give the man of the match to a person who actually loses.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Pulse walks in, throws in an avalanche. Not enough. Evil Ash doesn't care. Insane does a vacuum. Where is ATE's synergy? Spells coming one by one after another. I don't think that's what they had in mind. And they end up falling back. See, they're trying to create a big battle, but with the vacuum and that avalanche, they wanted to have a fight over there, but ATA are a little out of sync. More out of sync than me and you are, Akshat, and that is scary.
No, anyone who's out of sync, which is there, we go ahead and blame Dota, which is there. But I go ahead and tell you guys, this game had been phenomenal. I think this is the last hurrah. I like to go ahead and say a little tune. I've been asking most of the people on the stream whether they can get it. Let's see. I think you will, but I'm not going to put any pressure on you. I love to go ahead and say this is what it sounds like. Tam, 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 da, dum, da, dum. And the big charge of the light brigade comes. It is the beginning of the end. Or I can even go ahead and say Tana, 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 Tana.
To that background score, Pulse gets lifted into the air, drops down, Crowley pops up his BKB, he's on Pulse, he's not left Pulse in the area, there's a big epi, they pop off their mech, but Windrunner still dies to Leshrac, and Tyrant up links in a huge damage over there, Gizmo being hammered down by Bentover, Evil Ash has turned his attention on Leshrac, Leshrac will die over there, Crowley taking a lot of damage by the illusions, Crowley will die to the wall illusions, oh, he survives, and obviously Elunes win that battle.
Five
Folks,
zip. Yeah, 5 zip.
yeah, it's an ace as they say in CS and League of Legends. Uh, Gizmo, the only one out there, all by himself, and there's nothing poor Gizmo can do.
No, I don't think so, man.
But ATE, I don't know. They were so strong in Dota 1. They never threw games away. But in Dota 2, it's a different game, my friends. And it is a better game. So those of you who play Dota 1, do give it a try.
Well, it is the beginning of the end. But I like to go ahead and say it is also a big beginning for the future. Dota 2 has finally arrived in India. I know this won't be too long for me to go ahead and say my final goodbyes to everyone because we'll be ending the game very soon. There's the GG that's been called out by everyone, and this is the end. I wanted to go ahead and say a big thank you to everyone, guys. This is end of the Dota 2 Alienware tournament. This is the finals that have been casted here live on Lord Nod. We couldn't have done it, man. I have to go ahead and say thank you to every single person, especially you, Vivek, and to Kshitij, who were the bombs, who were casting everyone. All the games at Goa couldn't have done it. Guys, go ahead and check out what these guys at AFK Gaming have been doing. Their link is actually going to be down in the video below in the VOD. These guys analyze the best games ever. Just Google them at AFK Gaming in YouTube and you'll see their channel. They've been doing a great job. I have to go ahead and say thank you. Any last words before we finally sign off?
Nothing. Thank you so much for having us, Akshat. Thank you.
Take care,
And a
guys.
big thank you to our sponsors, Alienware and Microsoft, for letting us have Windows 7 and 8. Thank
Yep.
you.
Thanks so much, guys, and we are out of here.